Promote your brand here at Viral Hip Hop News. Email me, samant@thehiphopnews.com. No, wait, let's go.
I want to talk about what we see right now in hip hop. And I want to take it back to 5 for 40 again, because in 5 for 40, you were telling a story. You were telling a lyrical story. And I'm sure some of that stuff was true. I'm sure some of that stuff you was in there just doing your thing. But you never got indicted for it. I never seen Cormega get hit up with a RICO because of anything he said lyrically in any of his records. Nowadays, we seeing brothers get hit by the minute on things they say. And I'm not saying it's justified, but when you listen to the lyrics, it kind of correlates to shit that's going on in the streets, and they're essentially telling on themselves. So what do you think about the new age of hip hop in regards to lyrics, in regards to what they're saying and how it's correlating to them ending up behind bars and just putting another stamp on us killing hip hop artists?
That's a good question. I'll say this. Sometimes we hear a saying and it's so simple. It's like, all right, whatever. Knowledge is power, right? The more you know, the more powerful you are. So if you know better, you'll do better. If you're on a song implicating yourself in your music, that is kind of the stupidest thing. It's like wearing a fucking see-through trench coat on with guns in it, walking through the airport. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing they say, that's law, is your words can and will be used against you in the court of law. So there's a difference between imagination and creativity. Now, the difference between me and those guys is why you never heard me get indictment, because you never heard me go into full detail about things that I was doing in my music. When I was making the Realness album, you never heard me, even when I did this interview with you just now, I said I was out of town. I said where I was out of town. You know what I'm saying? I said my man Blue got killed because my man Blue is dead. I didn't say where he got killed at. I never told you, I never gave incriminating details. And I'm really from that life. A lot of rappers, the reason they fall, the thing I feel sorry about these young brothers is they don't have enough testicular fortitude to be themselves.
Damn.
In other words, some dudes can't even argue with somebody in their crew because that dude is not really a man. It's somebody you attach yourself to. A lot of rappers want protection and they hang around certain individuals because it makes them feel safer. It makes them safer. So when you align yourself with these kind of people, you're subject to the consequences that they might be subject to. Association by association and similarity, and guilty by association. So some of these guys don't even be about that life. Their mans be about that life. And then how do you keep your mans happy? Oh, I'm gonna shout them out in the song. Or I'm gonna talk about this in the song. So while you're doing that, these guys, they're feeling it. You know what I'm saying? They're not thinking that it's gonna get them in trouble one day, but they're feeling it because now it's cool. You down with the crew. But meanwhile, those guys are living a whole different life. They might be hot with the feds. The feds are one of the most patient people in the world too. That goes back to what I said earlier. Patience is a great acquisition. Feds are patient. They'll let you rock out for 10 years. They just want that one right then to get you for, and then they're gonna sit you down. So you take a lot of these rappers, and I know this for a fact because I know a lot of rappers. A lot of rappers talk about a life that they ain't about. I've seen a rapper that's tough, scared to go on Rikers Island. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about not as an inmate. You know what I'm saying? So, and I always looked at him kind of crazy after that. I was like, wow, I still respect him as an artist or whatever, but I don't want to hit it tough. You know, you like if you're only as tough as your entourage, who are you when you're alone?
Word.
So if you're a rapper, if you're really a drug dealer and you really make significant money, you might not even want to be a rapper. You might just want to wash your money, or you might just want to escape and do something positive. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm retiring, I'm going to open up a record label. You're not going to see a real drug kingpin rapping about drugs or rapping about something that could sit him down. You're not going to see a thinker. You have to have thinkers in your crew. When I see rappers, tour buses getting pulled over and they got guns and drugs, well, guns and stuff, and it's a superstar, it makes no sense. Get a security guard.
Word.
I seen Westside Gun in Manhattan 2 weeks ago, right? It was him. He didn't have a lot of people, but he had a big security guard with him. I immediately had a higher level of respect for him right then and there, because he understands he's not a street person anymore. He's from the street, but he's a brand. This guy got an art gallery. He's a musician. He's a brand. Right. So he doesn't let pride control him. He had a security guard. I respect him for that because, like, if an incident happens, security handles that. You don't have to worry. He's not going to get indicted. He's not going to, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to be in jail for manslaughter or some crazy stuff. You got a security guard. A lot of rappers should be doing stuff like that. So when you hang with the guy that's a shooter, a lot of times you got to understand this. If somebody got a gun on them and the cops come, who's claiming the gun?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, you know what? Now you got a gun case and it wasn't even your gun.
Right.
If you hanging around drug dealers and the feds is watching, you guilty by association. You might not even be doing nothing. You just hanging out with them, or they break bread with you sometimes. Blah blah. They got if they have surveillance of you with them and they you associate with them, they're gonna affiliate with you with that. You're gonna what I'm saying. So a lot of these artists that's saying stuff in songs, they're not thinkers. They're even not thinkers and they're not really from the street. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta watch what you say. You gotta code it. And at the same time, like, you can't do both. Which one you want to do? You want to be a gangster or you want to be a rapper? I'm not a gangster. I'm a rapper. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm from the street. I know who I am as Cormega. I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of as a person. But I don't want to go to what I'm capable of if it's not necessary. So which one do you want to be? You want to be the gangster? Then why are you rapping? You want to be you want to be a rapper? Then why are you acting like a gangster? You got to figure out what you want to be. So a lot of artists are in situations that were totally avoidable. Your man killed somebody, you bragging about it in the song. And you're saying details that maybe only a person that was there or only a person that has significant the information of that crime would know. Mm-hmm. You're saying it in the song. Now you look at the law, they look at things from logical perspectives. If a person got shot from a certain angle or at a certain place, or if there's details to a crime that wasn't made public, but you know these details and you say it in the song, you going there.
Yeah. Wow.
Definitely. Could you walk us through